I want to ask you a question. How are you dealing with life on life's terms? That's a question I asked myself a very long time ago. And what I came up with was this. Well, I'm thinking I probably need to look into building a stronger personal foundation for myself so that I won't be tossed to and fro just like the waves on a sea. And so I thought, well, you know what? This may be helpful for somebody else that is looking to build stronger personal foundation, stronger personal core beliefs for themselves so that they can rise taller in their life, have a really strong, rooted, grounded foundation so that you can take what life throws at you, so that you can live authentically in your values and become what you have been created to be. Because if you've lived any amount of time on the face of this earth, you know that there are some hard knocks in life. And we really need to visit to find out if there's anything that we don't know or that we can learn or glean from in regards to making life hopefully a little bit better for us. So let's dive in. I have about 27 real surprisingly simple steps that can get you there. So let's go. I don't think I will get them all done today. So there may be another video after this, a part 2. So be on the lookout for that. Okay, the first thing you as an individual need to understand is this. You need to decide that you want a strong personal foundation. You need to decide that it really takes more effort to live a life any old way you want to live it. And there's nothing wrong with that. But it takes more effort. It takes more strength. As a matter of fact, it will wear you out if you live a life just any old way. So you have to decide, do I want a strong foundation? And what is that going to look like? And how am I going to get there? That's the first thing you need to do. Okay? Decide. The second thing is, it's not a choice. You have to really want it. Because it does not fall out of the sky into your lap. You have to work on having a strong personal foundation. Just like when you're with any kind of confrontation in life, what are your core beliefs in regards to that subject or topic that happens to just happen to come into your life? You have core beliefs, and you make the choice about your beliefs. This is what, nah, that ain't what I believe. This is what I believe. Yeah, we all do that. Okay, you know, some people may not look at it that way. They may not know the terminology or what it's called, but everybody on the face of this planet has a certain kind of core beliefs, has a certain kind of personal foundation, even though their personal foundation may be taking them, tossing them to and fro, just like I said, the waves on the ocean. But we all have them. The third thing I want to talk about is zap the tolerations. What are you tolerating in your life that is really not serving you? You need to take a look at that, decide what it is, decide who they are, who it is. Maybe you're living in the wrong town. Maybe the toleration is the place you're in, the place you're living in. Maybe it is a relationship, a friendship. Maybe it is a thing that you're dealing with, and it's just not been advantageous to your life. You don't grow from it. You're not making any headway. So zap the tolerations. The fourth thing is, whatever you are putting up with eats away at your personal foundation. So take a look at that. Whatever you're putting up with, whatever relationship you're putting up with, whatever friendship you're putting up with, whatever is in your environment that you're dealing with and putting up with that is not serving you, then you really need to assess that and correct it. Simplify your life dramatically. A lot of people live in drama. There are some people that's not happy if they don't have drama going on in their life. But you can simplify drama. Just don't have to participate. Simplify your life dramatically. What are you doing that is not getting you to a personal foundation that is strong and healthy and that is advantageous for you now and in your future? You know, when we exercise, for example, this is an example. You're out there, you're running or you're walking, whatever exercise curriculum you've decided to follow wherever you are in your life, whatever age you are. And you are working on that so that you can have a better life as each day comes at you. Same thing with your personal foundation, same thing with your core beliefs. You simplify your life. You do the things today that will help you tomorrow. And sometimes we just have to stop doing things. For me, I find myself sometimes being on social media too much. So I have to intentionally put a time limit on myself and not go there, but for a certain period of time. And we have heard all about this in the media, about being on social media a lot, and it does get addictive. There's a lot of addictive things out there. So simplify your life dramatically and find out what that is that's taking up a lot of your time, consuming it. And you may not completely eliminate it, but figure out what kind of time constraints can you put on to simplify your life to help you get there, to work on your foundation. Resolve unfinished business. If there is something that is unresolved in your life, whether it's finances, whether it is a relationship, a friendship, whatever it looks like, maybe you haven't done certain things, put certain things in place at your whatever age you are that you need to put in place. I have had to do this just recently. I recently updated my last will and testament. It is something that I had not done from moving from one state to another, so I needed to get that business taken care of. And I also, in line with that, was able to take care of business that had to do with finances, on how I wanted to have income coming into my life, weeks, months, and years down the road. So we all have some kind of resolved unfinished business, whether it's financially, whether it is relationship-wise, whether it is health-wise, things of that nature. Okay? The next one I want to tell you about is identify and focus on your 10 daily habits. Identify them You may say, well, I do this. You haven't really sat down and identified what you do. But identify and focus. Maybe you don't have 10 daily habits. Maybe you just have 5 daily habits or 8. However many daily habits that you do, identify and focus on those and see if you are being intentional and doing them to the best of your ability, even if it is as far as setting the alarm to get up at a certain period of time that you've designated, that you, when the alarm goes off, that you get up. Or maybe if you set an alarm to get up, okay, just hypothetically, you want to get up at 5:30. Well, maybe you want to set an alarm at 5:15. When that alarm goes off, you've got 15 minutes. You set an alarm at 5:20. So, at 5:20, the second alarm goes off, you got 10 minutes. And you set a third alarm at 5:25. And you know that you've got just 5 minutes. It'll be 5:30 and so however it looks and whatever works for you, that you can do and accomplish what you have designated, that you're worth it, and that this is how you want to do it. Sometimes you have to do it that way. Not everybody. I had grandparents. Alarm went off, their feet hit the floor. I'm not that way per se. I like to set an alarm early and it'll wake me up a little early, because I know that gives me a little bit more time. I know it's coming. I'm woke up, and so I gradually get there. But that's how I identify and focus. That's a daily habit I do. That's just for instance. The next thing is restore your integrity wherever it is broken. If possible, as far as it depends upon you and you can restore it, then do it. There are some things you can't restore with people. For whatever reasons, they may have passed on. They may they may not have any kind of communications with you, so you can't restore certain friendships, certain relationships. But if possible, if you can restore your integrity, if you've done something that you should not have done, maybe you have to ask for forgiveness about something. That's tough, I know. I know. I have had to do that. But you know what? You're just holding yourself hostage, really. So restore your integrity wherever it is broken, in a friendship, in a relationship, if it has to do with emotionally, if it has to do socially, if it has to do financially, if it has to do psychologically with someone. If possible, restore it. The next one I want to talk about is get your needs met. You can. If your needs is medical situations, find out what you can do in order to get that need met. If you're having a hurting in your body, if you need to having a need met in your finances, if you're having a lot of debt and you need to restructure credit card situations, debt issues, find out what tools are available to you in regards to getting your needs met financially or medically. Because there's a lot of creative financing out there. There's a lot of people that can help you home-wise, as far as having a roof over your head. There's a lot of things nowadays that we have available to us, that we can go and find out about them, and if they don't, if that person can't, or if that company can't, they can refer you to someone or some company that can. So get your needs met because you can, and handle the money, period. Get your finances in order. Get out of debt. Find ways that you can pay off high interest credit cards with maybe a zero, transferring them to a zero balance credit card that has a long period, introductory period. Maybe a line of credit on your house. Just handle the money. Stop spending beyond your means. Set a budget and handle the money issue. A lot of issues in life has to do with money. A lot of issues in relationships, friendships, marriages really has to do with money issues. I know I've been there, done that with businesses. If you're in business for yourself, money for business. If you have family that are needy and they're always broke, needing money, then they come to you on a continuous basis. Those are situations and issues that you really need to take a look at and handle. Sometimes you have to just say no. So that's 10. I'm going to stop with these first 10. I've got another 10 coming your way in the second video. So go ahead and make it a great day. Glad you found me. Glad I found you. I'll see you again next week.